Hi, welcome. I'm Carla with Classic Pianos. Let's talk about digital pianos. Digital pianos have gotten a bad rap over the last few years, well, for decades of years here, because they're not the same as acoustic pianos. I understand that. I understand the physics behind it. I know that in an acoustic piano, when you hit the key, the hammer hits the string and the string vibrates and it makes a lovely sound in your room. I understand that digital pianos don't do that. I understand that there are sensors underneath the keys that will tell you what sound is being played, and a digital sound will come through the piano speakers. I understand all of that. So I do understand that there is a definite difference between digital and acoustic pianos. However, there are some really nice benefits of having a digital piano that I just can't deny. I don't know what I would have done with this piano, without this piano, for the last few months while we've been in COVID lockdowns. I've had to make music on the piano for my job, and it has been wonderful, and I can do some videos on that and show you what I've done with it because it's been so much fun. I bought this piano for other reasons, but then I ended up using it to make music with full accompaniments and everything. That's a whole different video. So let's talk about whether a digital piano is appropriate for a student learner. What is different about the digital piano mainly? It would be the feel. Besides the sound, obviously, the feel of the piano is very different on the fingers. So if you're looking to get a digital piano because you want to save some money, or maybe you want to save some space, or you're moving around a lot and digital pianos are so much lighter than the acoustics, then you'll want to get a piano that has weighted keys. Now, what I mean by weighted is not, oh, it's easy to push. A lot of digital pianos are pretty easy. What I mean by weighted key is if I push a key on this piano and I push it lightly, I get a nice quiet sound. But if I push it hard, I get a loud sound. That means that my keyboard is weighted so that depending on the amount of weight that I put on the key, the volume changes. So some people say, well, I have volume control on my piano. I know that all digital pianos have volume control, but that's not what I mean. Because sometimes when we're playing a song, we're playing it quietly and then we get louder as we play. You can't do that on a keyboard that is not weighted. The keyboards that you see out there that just have a one volume when you push the keys, those keyboards are for keyboarding. Keyboarding is different than piano lessons. Keyboarding is chord structures, playing with a band, and that's fun too. But that's not what piano lessons are about. When you learn the piano, you're learning how to play with dynamics, which means playing loud and playing soft, playing short sounds and long sounds. And those keyboards that have that very light touch without the weight, they can't do that. And that would hold the student back. So we've identified that we want to look at a weighted keyboard. But not all weighted keyboards are created equal. If you look at keyboards, you'll see that they range from, oh boy, $500 to $10,000. That's a huge difference between pricings. How do we possibly figure out what piano we need? Well, I will say this, that if you get anything below $1,500, you're going to compromise the sound quality, the touch sensitivity, and the enjoyment that the student will get. And I know that might sound discouraging for you because you're thinking, well, I just wanted to get a $500 keyboard, see if my student really liked the piano or not. And if they like it, then we'll get something else. For that, I will say, if you want to see if your child enjoys an instrument, this is going to come across as harsh, but it's the truth. If you want to see if your child enjoys the piano, you need to get them a piano or something similar to a piano. And those start at about $1,500 and above. Somewhere between $1,500 and $5,000 is a pretty well-built digital piano. And you think, well, then that's too much, then I don't want that. I get what you're saying. I hear you, and I totally get how that feels. When my daughter wanted to learn flute, I wasn't about to buy her a really nice flute because I don't know if she's going to keep up with that. But I'll tell you what I wouldn't get her. I wouldn't get her a toy. And as harsh as it may sound, some of those digital pianos are a little bit like toys for some of the piano teachers because they don't produce the quality of sound that we need. So if a child is playing a toy-like instrument, it's not going to be satisfying. They're not going to enjoy it. And believe it or not, the majority of children who start on a digital piano quit. mostly because the piano is not good quality. They are not satisfied in the sound and in the way that they're creating the sound. There's not a lot of variation in the way that they can produce a differing sound, and so they're not happy, they're not satisfied, and it's not enjoyable. The other reason is, a lot of times parents, when they purchase a digital piano, they think to themselves, well, we'll just see if they're committed or not. Well, if the parent is not committed to having the student learn, the child will pick up on that, and they tend not to be committed themselves. So if learning the piano is a very important thing for you, and you want your child to learn the piano for a plethora of reasons, which I'll talk about in another video, then invest in a good piano. Teach them the right way from the beginning. So a good piano would be about, I would say, a couple $1,000s. This one here is $3,500. So it's not too bad, but it has a whole lot of features that I haven't showed you yet, because that's in another video. So a digital piano can work for a student as long as the weight of the keys are good, the response of the keys are good, the sound quality is good, and it's a quality instrument. Those keyboards that are movable are not necessarily the best quality keyboards, and children do not tend to stick with that. I myself have had students like that, and I tell my students from the beginning, I prefer a real digital piano or an acoustic piano, because most of them will quit if they don't have the real thing. So yeah, a digital piano can definitely be used for students. It can be a good instrument to have, and it has headphones, and you can plug them in so that you're not listening, and then the house can continue going on as it needs to go on, and the child's lesson can continue, and their practice time, and so it prioritizes the student in that way. It has volume control. It's a nice thing to have. Most of them have recordability, and we'll talk about how we can use the benefits of a digital piano during practice time. But yes, in answer to the question, can a digital piano satisfy the need of a piano student? The answer is yes, if it is a good digital piano. Now, if you have any more questions on whether you have a good digital piano at home or not, or if you want to ask me anything, go ahead and write in the comment section. I will be checking them regularly so that I can respond to you, and I will try to get you the best information possible so that you can have the best possible chance for your child to learn, or for you to learn. If you have any other questions beyond that, or if you have a video that you want me to make for you so that you can watch it, please let me know in the comments and I will respond to you as well. Thank you for listening. Now go make some music.